yesterday. My eyes are sore. My eyes are very sore. It was a very long day. One of my friends was missing. And I'm not gonna go into much detail about that, but that was the first time I ever had to call like 911 and file a fucking missing persons report. Well, I actually was trying to, it went from me, it went from me asking for them to do a welfare check to a missing persons report. Although I knew she was missing to begin with. I'm so tired, y'all. And I had a breakdown because one, it was just a lot going on. And then I remembered, I was like, it's April. And April's for me always bad. Since I was at least in high school. Every April is bad. Something happens. I slip into a depression. And I was like, fuck. It's April again, bro. It's April of freaking again. And like, I couldn't take it. But my breakdown that I had was only for like 6 seconds. Like I just burst into tears and then I just stopped. And so I made an emergency appointment with my therapist. And now I had an appointment Friday anyways. But she was like, she didn't have to open it at noon on Thursday. As you can see, I'm very tired. And so I took the noon on Thursday one, which now it is Thursday. And I don't feel like going because I'm just so freaking tired. So tired. But, it's a lot. And then Friday is Leaky's death anniversary. So, it's a whole lot, bro. It's a whole fucking lot. If you hear snoring in the background, that's my father. Yesterday was Malik's death anniversary, and I was prepared to be sad the whole day. I wasn't necessarily sad the whole day, but I can be honest and say I slept for almost all of it. So, yeah. There was some good that came from yesterday, though. My friend was found, and she is safe, and so that's all that matters to me. But the last couple of days just were very strenuous, like very stressful. I've been tired trying to get caught up on sleep or like rest. I made like $2 last week because I really did not work. And so now I'm like, dang, what does that mean? Because I'm also furloughed from other part-time, so I'm not getting paid from that. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. And within this time, I kind of just realized, one, I do have the mental capacity to deal with things and be stressed and sad and also help others. That's one thing I did. Two, I do know how to pull myself away when it's time, which I didn't know I knew how to do. And then three, I can identify my triggers now and set them aside, although I did have 2 breakdowns. The first one lasts all of like 5 seconds. The other one lasts probably like 40, just burst out in tears. But I allow myself to feel. I set up an emergency appointment with my therapist, and I was very honest with her because she did not have any openings on the day that I was trying to get it. So I had to do the following day, and she was kind of like, well, is that okay? And I was like, yes, that's fine. I can make it till tomorrow. And so she trusted me with that, and that was a really good feeling. Oh yeah. I got another tattoo. And then also this, I got my logo done. All good things. So I was just thinking while I was vacuuming, and I'm like, dang, I really miss being in an actual therapist's office. Today is maybe April 30th. I don't even know what the day is anymore. And I just missed my therapy appointment. Honestly, I don't know what happened. Like, I really wasn't even doing anything in the moment. I was trying to figure out why I had a break, but I couldn't figure out why. Then I got a notification like, you were a no-show. And I'm like, dang, what the heck is going on? But, yeah, I really miss being in the office. Teletherapy isn't bad, but if I was in the office, I feel like I could be working on my trauma timeline. And I still can work on it for teletherapy, but yeah, and the same thing like with grievance therapy. It's not really something that I want to work on while I'm at home. Like, I appreciate having that space to go to if that's my safe space, period. I go in there and I like leave it at the altar. I come back out into the real world. It's kind of like a whole nother world. But when I'm still at home, I can't separate that mentally because I'm still home. So it's like, okay, when we get off of this, just back to normal. Like, how do I ground myself from my therapy session in the same place that, I don't know. It's just too much. It's May 8th. Friday, May 8th. 10:50 p.m. I had therapy at 11 o'clock this morning. It was a blessing to see Kelsey. I haven't seen her in 2 weeks at this point. Side note, it just amazes me how well I've gotten now at saying like Kelsey versus saying which is her real name or whatever. Like, I can just snap it to the mode. One day I'll mess around and call her Kelsey and she can be like, what? But we talked about my growth with communication and how I was able to have a conversation with someone, and although like it was slightly triggering, I wasn't in crisis mode. Like, I was able to just sit through it and process it and just analyze the situation and continue. And that was so beautiful. Like, it just made me realize, like, a bitch is growing. Then we also talked about me, like, having to cut someone off. And we, like, discussed closure. And I was just like, like, I don't know how I feel about closure because I don't think closure really exists and everything. And I was just telling her this drawn out thing about this person and why, like, with this person, it's hard to have a conversation because with them, I'm gonna go ahead and say it with him. With him, he's the type of person where when we communicate, no matter what we're talking about, we could be talking about freaking fruit snacks. And I could just be saying how, like, this is why I love fruit snacks. And he could be talking about why he hates fruit snacks. And he would just not understand why I love fruit snacks. And I will understand why he hates fruit snacks, but he don't understand me. And so then he's just like, okay, well, you're not telling me why you love fruit snacks. I'm like, bro, like, I did. Like, what don't you understand? And so, like, I was just telling her, when it comes to this closure piece, I don't even think that I can, like, really have a conversation with him, because he not gonna understand me, and it's gonna do nothing but piss me off, because I don't have to tell this shit. And, you know, like, she just broke down how I needed to sit and think about how I wanted to handle the situation, because that even goes into the communication. Like, you know, you're used to ghosting people, cutting people off. It's not even about them deserving. It's not even about them deserving the closure or anything. But at the end of the day, like, let's close this thing out. Like, you deserve as much of the closure as the person does, or whatever. And yada yada yada. It's just healthy. And so she was just like, just because you have a closure don't mean it can't be a text. It could be just a, hey, this relationship does not serve me anymore. Here are my reasons. I know you don't understand, but I'm just letting you know that this friendship will no longer be existent. Have a good day. Be blessed. And then that's that. Because I was just like, girl, I just feel like, you know, at this point, I'm ready to block him and send him an email. And she was just like, see, that's that shit. She didn't say that. She did not say that. But in other words, she was like, that's just shit. Like, you trying to close this person out. You know, like, you're not even giving them the opportunity to respond. And I was just like, girl, yeah. But teletherapy is going well. I fucks with it. I'm ready to get back to my trauma timeline, though. Like, I really am, just because that excites me. Like, the growth that I have seen in five months, bro. The growth I've seen in 5 months, amazing. So, like, I can just only imagine if I go through that trauma timeline, how I would be able to deal with things, bro. Bye.